How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Lead Therapy, and thank you so very much for taking time for tuning into my video. According to a new survey, nearly 1/3 of American gun owners have used a gun in self-defense. About 5 or 6 days ago, I made a video giving some statistics from this survey, and now I have more statistics to share with you. A whopping 31.1% of gun owners, which is estimated to be 25.3 million American adults, have used a gun in self-defense, according to the 2021 National Firearms Survey by Professor William English, PhD, at Georgetown University. And as I mentioned in the previous video, which I will link at the end of this video, the survey was designed by Deborah Azriel of the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health and Matthew Miller of Northeastern University. English released a draft in June, and the Wall Street Journal just reported on the contents. There are approximately 1.67 million defensive gun uses annually. In most cases, 81.9%, the guns are not fired. Handguns are the most commonly used firearm in defensive incidents. Shotguns follow at 21%, and rifles at 13.1%. Slightly more than 9% of the gun owners carry a handgun open or concealed. Always or almost always, another 6.9% carry a handgun often. The majority, 70.48%, of defensive gun uses take place outside the home, and many, 51.2%, involve more than one assailant. The last item is important because it bolsters the argument that the right to bear arms must apply to carry outside the home. The U.S. Supreme Court will hear oral arguments in a case challenging the New York State permitting scheme on Wednesday, November 3rd. The Hill also reported on this survey, which blows some commonly held beliefs of the gun prohibition lobby out of the water. According to the survey, 32.5% of Americans 21 and over own a firearm. That's about 1/3 of the adult population, or approximately 81.4 million people. And that breaks down to 57.8% of gun owners being men and 42.2% being women. Percentage-wise, 34.3% of whites are gun owners. 28.3% of Hispanics own firearms. 25.4% of blacks are gun owners, and 19.4% of Asians own firearms. It is estimated that 20.7 million gun owners carry a handgun in public under a concealed carry regime, and 34.9% of gun owners report that there have been instances in which they wanted to carry a handgun for self-defense, but the local rules did not allow them to carry. Data from a 2020 report says 19.48 million have a license to carry, and by now that number has certainly gone up. And may I also mention, here in the state of Florida where I live, that there are over 2 million license to carry holders. And I'll leave you with this. Alan Gottlieb, the chairman of the Citizens Committee for the Right to Keep and Bear Arms, millions of Americans appreciate now more than ever the fact that our Second Amendment protects our right to own a gun. This should send a message to the anti-gun politicians and the gun prohibition lobby that increasing numbers of American citizens aren't buying the nonsense that they are selling. Instead, these good sense citizens are buying firearms, learning to use them properly, and making it clear they will not surrender their safety and that of their neighborhoods to an emboldened criminal element. Let me know your thoughts on these numbers in the comment section down below. And it helps the channel tremendously if you like, share, subscribe, and hit those post notifications. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video.